What is truth? TV podcast. What is truth? Let's take it to the live stream. Tell me what is truth? TV podcast. What is truth? Let's take it to the live stream.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I am technologically not savvy. Hope everyone's doing pretty good. God damn it. Shout out to Brian Harvey for making me that exquisite intro, exquisite video. Much love to you, my man. Much love to my Uncle Patty Conroy in the mofo house. What's up, big dog? You know I got love for you. And, of course, Chancey Poo Poo. All right, y'all. What's up, Mr. Old School Pete is second, not first. Jimmy Alba Gray, my man. Nadine, Miss Lemons. Yeah. BitChute. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, y'all. All right. I do now have, if you guys look at the thumbnail, I've got StreamYard enabled, so a lot of people had a hard time downloading Skype. Now I have StreamYard and Skype, so whatever is easy for you. Leave me a message on either one that you want to get on the show, and we will get you on. What's up, After Tory? Secret Squirrel, definitely in the mobile house. Roscoe Coltrane, Marion G, Debbie Woodhams, what's going on? Thank you guys for making it tonight. Yeah, we don't we're gonna be covering the my screen says first. We're gonna be covering the Maxwell trial, which was in week number 2 this week. Oh yeah, some ASMR, god damn it. There's a lot of negativity going out, but I will take zero part in it. We're going to keep it real, y'all. What's up, Jenna? Welcome to the goddamn stream. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. I had it on the link. I don't know if you guys can make a post on the Facebook and give them the correct link. That way, if people are trying to search for it in the group, if you guys are interested in the Facebook group, link is in the description. It should be in the description. I haven't even checked. God damn it. We are going to go over the happenings of... Okay, there we go. All right. Looks like it's up and running on the home page. Okay, give them the correct. What the hell was that? All right. This is the right stream. Just a reminder, if you are just tuning in, I'm gonna go over the official narrative, all that good stuff here, and then we will expand on that on Odysee. And I understand if you have iPhone, Odysee, trying to catch a live stream on Odysee is a little difficult. So the other option is to try to catch it on the re-upload or download it on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple iTunes, Google, anywhere you can find a podcast. I will stitch this conversation over with the Odysee conversation for one robust stream, and that is the way. So I understand if you have iPhone, it's a little bit pain in the ass. If you have Android, it seems to be a little bit easier. Hopefully Odysee will get its stuff together, but in the meantime, it is what it is. The lovely and amazing Mr. T put the Odysee link in the live chat right now, so if you're in the live chat, there it is. All right, first thing is first. So this week we found out the Maxwell trial was when it first started, we were told that it was going to be it was going to last about 5 to 6 weeks. this week, we heard from the prosecution that they wanted to rest their case and have everything wrapped up in only 2 weeks. So, yesterday, the prosecution rested its case. Next week, we are going to hear from the defense. Case is over. And we will hear from the jury. If you are just hearing this for the first time, I'm sure your jaw dropped. But I've been saying this. I said this on the last stream. If you are expecting justice, if you are expecting big names to be uncovered or put out in the public eye, I hate to be cynical, and I hate to say it, but I told you so. It's not looking good. When we had the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, Jussie Smollett, even the George Floyd trial, all trials that lasted far longer, and this case right here, the Maxwell trial, and if you are my age or close to it, this is the biggest trial of our lifetimes by far, with implications that are very far reaching. Those implicated are former presidents, ex-prime ministers of Israel, members of the royal family, members of the Saudi kingdom, elites from all over the world, from both sides of the political spectrum, from atheist scientists to religious figures. The more you dig into this whole Epstein deal, it truly is vast. It's a global thing. And to see this trial and see the prosecutor, who, again, if you didn't catch last week's episode, I stated was the daughter of James Comey, former FBI director James Comey. And I dropped last week a bombshell. Let me see if I could pull it up here. I put it on my Twitter, and unfortunately, a lot of people didn't tweet my tweet. I think my Twitter is in the description, so make sure you follow me on Twitter. But let me see if I could uncover it here. I'm going to show you something that is pretty fascinating, and it will lend credence to why I am not expecting big things to come out of this, unfortunately. Let's see. Tweets. Where's my tweets here? Okay, here's my tweet. Let me put this some bitch on the screen here. Alright. Okay, look at your screen here. In case you guys didn't catch my Twitter tweet. So, alright, okay, here we go. August 20, 2019, letter motion addressed to Judge Kenneth Karras, Bruce Burkett, Esquire, dated August 20. Okay. Letter motion requesting that Nicholas Tartaglione be moved from MCC, document filed by Nicholas Skintag. Maybe there's a relation, who knows. All right, here we go. Minute entry for proceedings held before Judge Kenneth Karras, pre-trial conference as to Nicholas Tartaglione held on August 21st, 2019. Defendant Tartaglione present with attorneys Bruce Barkett, Ada Lanesring, Bruce Kofsky, Anthony Rico, Michael Backrank, and John Diaz. AUSA, so attorney USA Maureen Comey. You guys get that? All right. And further down, read this one right here. Order as to Nicholas Tartaglione and Bobby Sternheim is to assume representation of the defendant in the above captioned matter as of August 20th, 2019. Ms. Sternheim is appointed pursuant to the Criminal Justice Act. So here we clearly see Maureen Comey is the prosecutor right now, currently for Maxwell. Bobby Sternheim is defending Maxwell. And not too long ago, they were both overseeing this case. And if you don't know who this character is, the skin tag, this is he. Nicholas. Thought I had this already. My bad. He was Jeff Epstein's cellmate. Okay. What was this guy right here? Put his little. This guy looks like he would probably be invited on some podcast that are condoning of this type of behavior. Yeah. This is Nicholas Skintaglione. He was a former police officer who was doing serious time for murder. He was put in as Jeff Epstein's cellmate. For those that question the official narrative as to how, what is another explanation as to the death of Epstein, people look into this direction. Now, we can get into that on Odysee a little bit further, but this is the skin tag, and to see Maureen Comey and Bobby Sternheim in that case, and now they are opposing each other in the Maxwell trial. It all smells a little too stinky for my taste, so I will do some ASMR right here. So yeah, a lot of when I heard that they were going to wrap up the case, they're trying to wrap it up by December the 20th. Let's see, they're trying to wrap it up by December the 20th. According to Reuters / CNN, Maxwell faces 6 counts. And let's see, I have this part here. Okay. The government on Friday rested its case in the criminal sex trafficking trial of Ghislane Maxwell after prosecutors called 24 witnesses across 10 days of testimony. Friday's witnesses included Annie Farmer, the fourth and final accuser to take the stand. She testified she was 16 years old when Maxwell did stuff. Unfortunately, can't say, but you guys have an idea of what's going on there. Let's see. The defense is expected to start its case next Thursday. The trial will not sit Monday through Wednesday. due to a scheduling conflict for the judge. Defense attorney said their case will likely take 2 or 3 days, and they expect to rest on December 20th. This one's funny right here. Some defense witnesses want to testify anonymously, given they might get a lot of unwanted attention testifying for Maxwell. The nerve of some people actually gonna be vouching for Maxwell, and it completely makes sense as to why they would want to remain anonymously. But shouldn't we have a right to know who is willing to defend and vouch for these monsters? But I'm sure the judge will grant their wish of anonymity. Meanwhile, you had Annie Farmer saying F this, and on Friday, yesterday, Annie Farmer did speak a lot about her abuse. And her and her sister, Maria Farmer, were actually one of the first ones to let the authorities know about these scumbags way back in 1996. And this case that is on trial right now covers cases between 1994 and 2004, which to me is just ridiculous, because how can you put some kind of time frame when there are literally hundreds and hundreds, perhaps thousands of victims? Another thing that doesn't sit well with me is that we know there are hundreds, perhaps thousands of victims, and yet only 4 victims are going to be testifying. And what I keep scratching my head over is, during the trial, during this week especially, Virginia Giuffre was brought up several times. Instead of bringing her up and talking about her, why not have her on the stand, prosecution? So many things that don't make sense. And they don't make sense if you think justice is going to be served, but I don't know. Bunch of head scratching moments for sure. And to me, the biggest one was that the case was going to be wrapping up in only a few days. Meanwhile, when you had these other court cases, like I mentioned, media-wide, at least here in the States, national attention, I'm assuming global attention to these cases. And yet when it comes to this, it's crickets and crickets. And it's pretty obvious why so many people on either side of the spectrum of the mainstream media don't want to touch it. Because they've got a lot of friends that are implicated in this whole deal, so it makes a lot of sense. One interesting thing, you know what? I'll wait for Odysee to talk about this. So remind me, and I'll bring it up in Odysee. I don't know if I can talk about it here, but it's very interesting how things are playing out. In case you didn't know, let's go over the charges and the counts. 6 counts were being tried by Ghislane Maxwell was facing. I need to drink some goddamn beer. 1 count of enticement of a minor. These are the counts. Oh, you know what? Let me put them on the screen so you guys can follow along here. All right. 1 count of enticement of a minor to travel to engage in illegal acts in which Miss Maxwell is accused of coercing one girl, identified as minor victim 1, in charging documents to travel from Florida to New York between 1994 and 1997 to engage in acts with Mr. Epstein. 2nd count, 1 count of transportation of a minor with intent to engage in illegal acts, which accuses Miss Maxwell of bringing the same girl from Florida to New York on numerous occasions. Number 3, 1 count of trafficking of a minor, which charges that between 2001 and 2004, Miss Maxwell recruited, enticed, and transported another girl, identified in the charges as minor victim number 4, to engage in at least one commercial act with Mr. Epstein, and three counts of conspiracy, which are related to other counts. The conspiracy counts in the indictment are more expansive, involving all 4 accusers and homes in the United States and in London. These charges involve accusations that Miss Maxwell worked with Mr. Epstein to secure underage girls for acts, for example, by encouraging one to give Mr. Epstein massages in London between 94 and 95. Miss Maxwell, 59, could face a lengthy prison term if convicted. Conspiracy to commit sex trafficking of minors carries a maximum of a 40-year sentence. The other charges have a maximum penalties of 5 or 10 years. There's a word. The big word, the big cheese. Right there. The big C word. And the fact of the matter is, this entire case has been that C word right there you see on your screens. There's been a lot of cover-ups. The media has covered up and admitted to burying a lot of stories. And it's a conspiracy. It's global. No question about it. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, there's people from both sides of the spectrum, ideology, religious or non-religious, so many people. The other thing that came up this week were some very telling photos. Here we have, let me make it a little smaller here for you. All right. What the hell, man? Stay put. God damn it. Stay put. God damn it. There we go. All right. So, in this picture here, we see the 2 lovebirds in a cabin. Some people may call that cabin the stabbing cabin, especially with these 2 creeps hanging out. But we also see the queen hanging out at the stabbing cabin. And there was people that was trying to say that these pictures, oh, that's not the queen's cabin, blah, 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 blah. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Same goddamn log. Same picture. They came out in court. And most of the pictures there was nothing surprising, but there was some that were interesting. Here's another interesting one that came out. These scumbags hanging out with Pope John Paul II. Now, yeah, I guess I can elaborate on that on Odysee. I'll give my thoughts on that there. But as we can clearly see here, that C word, there are people that dismiss the C word. Those things don't happen, blah, blah, blah. This whole case proves that mindset 100% wrong. And it's ongoing and continuing. And as I've stated, with the nonsense going on with attorneys and whatnot, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. I've been saying it. And it sucks. I hate sounding like a goddamn cynic. But unfortunately, that's where we're at. All right. Let me see if I've got anything else before we take it over to the Odysee mind of things. Live chat. All right, so for those coming in late, what's up, Raymond Fisher? Oh, good to see you, my man. What's up, Nadine? Yeah, Raymond. It's been a while. I did get your Skype messages. Much love to you, my man. George O'Brien, Kitty Cat. Welcome to the stream. Hell yeah. Awesome to see you guys here. Yeah, we will. I do have StreamYard now. So for those that had a hard time with Skype or didn't want to upload, whatever the case, StreamYard is, I now have both. So if you want to call in on Skype or StreamYard, whatever the hell, it's all good. Baby. And we will take the conversation over to Odysee. So hit the links if you are watching on YouTube or watching the re-upload to catch the entire show. Either subscribe, follow my podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want the video version, definitely go to the Odysee description or link in the description. Much love for all you lovely people that made it. Nothing but love for you guys. Truly appreciate you guys. You guys tune in and week out. And most of you end up following me to Odysee, where the party continues. So much love. We will see you. It is 30 after the hour. Let us plan for 45, about 45 after the hour. That gives me a few minutes to set up the stream. All right, y'all.